From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. To return this, Marcus Jones. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Set up, ready, hut, Viking, eight, hut, hut.
A give to Mason. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Looking right, and he finds him. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Set, hurt, 60 Eagle. Ready.
Yeah, I'll give it to Mason. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Here we go. Set, ready.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ennis Rakestraw. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Detroit. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away,
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, set, go.
Trying again after the pick. McCarthy. He put everything he had into this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability and his reputation. Make somebody else beat you.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Go.
From the gun, Mason. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told them, it worked.
Go.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Go! 70 Lions! Rig alert! Rig alert! Hut, hut!
Mason gets it on the counter. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Let's go! Hey, Bronco 80! Huh.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Check. Cowboy 80! Ready?
Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
60 Bison! 60 Bison! Get up!
From the red zone on 1st. That's incomplete left side.
I can promise you that is a throw, and as a quarterback, when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
Set! Ready?
Again, McCarthy to throw. Running a screen now for Jones. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that brings up 4th and long. Reichard connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Khalif Raymond to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
180! Hey, we gotta switch it up! We gotta switch it up! We gotta switch it up!
First down throw from Goff. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So 2nd down coming up.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally. But really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Goff to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish off their opening drive.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Straight ahead. Here's Mason. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We're back to Ford Field right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll have it 2nd and 8. On play action now, McCarthy. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Gibbs now from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contest.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he's going to bring this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Minnesota touchdown. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 4. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's Raymond on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
180. What's that?
Goff trying again here after the pick. Wright reels it in. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
White 20. 14. 14. Hey,
out of the shotgun. Goff. Downfield, and Tisslaw has it. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
What? What's that?
Up the gut they go with Gibbs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Connects on the crosser. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Lions have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
180. Turbo set.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Absolutely fires this one right side. He's got it inside the 10. And he's in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions now lead by 10.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions drive their lead to 11. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Huh.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down. Mason will try this one at the gut. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. That's Marcus Davenport with the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Here we go. Here we Mustang 19. Panthers.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. but they really run the risk of a quick...
Oh, and it's a fake. Punter with the football. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
I love the aggressiveness of that call. B, aggressive. B-E, aggressive. B-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E, and the special teams on it.
Let's go. Panther 19, 18. Ready, right?
No go play action here. It's McCarthy. Headed out right. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Go.
2nd down carry for Jones. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from Ford Field on its way. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out.
Ready.
Play action, McCarthy. He rolls to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Vikings getting their punt team out. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. And we've seen this before. It's a fake. And no success on the fake punch. That was way too tough to connect on the throw. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. That time, the punt unit defensively was not buying anything they were selling. That's a big stop on the fake punt.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
We go tonight. 120. Shell. 2 for 66. Attack.
3rd and long for him here. That's complete to Sloan. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
On the return, here's Jones. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Come on.
Mason gets it from the gun. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Moving quickly, trying to get set. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Catch made left side by Judy. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Escapes the pocket. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Still inches to go on 3rd down.
Go! Viking 8, go!
On the carry, it's Mason. He dodged the tackle. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
19.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit from 37 yards in the right hash. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
White 20.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A gain of 26 yards there. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
Hold on. Check. Turbo set.
Off to the air now. Big strike here to Williams. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions grow the lead now to 22 points. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. Escapes the... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't back backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
And he'll get it up to the 27.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Let's go.
McCarthy throwing on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
The left side brought in by Hawkinson. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
That's caught for the first. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They gain 11 on that play, and the Vikings are going to have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down from the 42. Again, McCarthy to throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Okay, running backs might not be the most accomplished route runners, certainly compared to the receivers. But when it comes to body control, strength, making a catch through contact, this guy just showed out.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. From the gun, Jones gets it. He's got it in the red zone. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas. And you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
That one connects. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings start the second half with some needed points. It's a T.J. Hawkinson touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Drive begins with Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Tonight. White 20. What's that?
From the gun, Goff. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Goff on third. He has the first over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A pickup of 17. And the Lions have a first down.
Done. 180.
Here's a give to Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here goes tonight. Black 20. Motion. Attack.
Play action here with Goff. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up third down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Hits his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for his back, Jahmyr Gibbs there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there, because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Connects on the crosser. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Lions have fought their way to a strong lead in this one, and they've got the football, too. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Cut. White 20. Attack.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all.
Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions have likely locked up the win right there. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Give it to Mason. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
This is Mason on 2nd down. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
Goff setting to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense gets the stop to deny that 1st down, but still a very good gain. They picked up 12, 3rd and short.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run, a momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
White 20! Turbo set!
Montgomery now up the middle. And the defense holds, Brock. They catch him at the 4. He only gets back to that line of scrimmage.
Well, Kate, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
180!
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions put up even more points in a win. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions continue piling on to this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set, go!
McCarthy to throw it. Able to find Hawkinson. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
We've set it downs from 37.
Let's go!
First and 10. It's McCarthy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10. McCarthy forced out to his right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
On the set.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here he goes, third and long. It is caught left side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Ready. Hut, hut.
A give to Mason. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line.
Hustle, hustle. Get ready, get ready. 19 seconds.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Vikings trying to do some window dressing. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. Makes the catch. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings trail by 23 now. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And no luck, the Lions there to recover. He took it all the way. Oh, baby, what a return. Touchdown. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's going to have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. On the return, here's Jones. And this drive will start inside the 25. Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10.
Ready. 19, lock, hawk, 70, hop.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. To the right and pulled in by Judy. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Working fast as that clock ticks down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. And he can escape no longer. They roll him over and bring it down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Out of the gun, a give to Jones. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down. Offense in the hurry up here. Third down, here's Jones. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down.
7 Pirates. Here we go.
He's snapping to McCarthy. Quick slant to Hawkinson. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie minicamp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting the completion. It was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
Going all the way to the end zone here. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. Running a screen now for Jones. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have 1 more play left in a game that's already decided.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions.